Hello, it's me again, Faith from Faith and Books, and I'm just doing a very quick video. I don't know if the lighting is good or whatever. I'm kind of disheveled. I just got back from dropping the little 4-year-old off at his preschool and my son off at the metro so he can go to the university where he attends classes, and running errands, and my grandson is due here any second. But I was thinking about nonfiction books that have really influenced me. And there's one book that I read back in 2011, it was an impulse buy. And it has really profoundly affected me in a really unexpected way. And it turned me into an ardent environmentalist who I'm much more ardent, interiorly than I am in my actual life. So I'm trying to change my habits. I'm trying to change the habits of my family, which is much harder to do. If you just have yourself, you can really arrange your life or rearrange your life. But when you are dependent on someone who works, because I'm a stay-at-home mom, and when you have lots of other people living in your household, it's much harder thing to accomplish. Anyway, the book is Plastic, A Toxic Love Story by Susan Frankel. Frankel. And I just picked it up. It was in the bargain table at Barnes & Noble that's closed since then. And I just picked it up and started reading it, and I bought it on an impulse buy. And I was buried in it. I just read it. Yeah, I couldn't put it down. It's weird. It's not a topic that ever really appealed to me before, but it tells all about the rise of plastic and all the unintended consequences that us becoming so reliant on plastic has done to our earth and to our health, and how it's sort of a miracle substance, but it's also a really dangerous, harmful substance as well. And she writes very objectively. She's a good writer. It seems very well researched. I got this in 2011. There's been a lot more research since then. And this was what sort of led me to the zero waste movement, excuse me, which I'm not a zero waster, but I aspire to be one. And also got me really into really thinking about the environment and our whole first world lifestyle, and especially where I live, which is such a 1% bubble type of place, where people might politically vote some way, but then they really don't care about the environment. Even that, it's just posturing. Right now in my town, which is mostly blue, there's this huge housing thing going on where they're knocking down these smaller homes that actually had, bigger families in them than they have now. They're knocking down these smaller homes that were built in the 40s and 50s, and they're putting up these huge McMansions that are twice as big as anybody needs. And yet, most of them are Democrats, right? It's so, people don't really care, or they care in the abstract, and they don't actually incorporate change into their life. So Plastic, A Toxic Love Story really sent me down that path. I found out about Beth Terry. I got her book on how to avoid plastic. I can't find it right now. And it eventually led me to reading Laudato Si by Pope Francis, his encyclical on the environment, and really finding that to be such an inspirational encyclical. And it's really addressed to the world. It's addressed to any human who cares about creation, who cares about nature and the environment. And I've read it now a couple of times. It's very inspirational. But it all started with this book back in 2011. So I've got to say, this is one of the most influential nonfiction books I've ever read. So I was wondering, for those of you watching this, do you have a nonfiction book that really has influenced you, that has made you want to change your lifestyle and really deeply rethink how you live and your view on economics, maybe politics, whatever? Because I was surprised by this. I did not expect it. It was complete impulse, and yet it really has had a really sustained impact on my life. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm about to get a bit busy watching my little grandson. So have a good day. Bye.